Hello all. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as we have completed the texturing over here for this interior. So what we'll be doing over here is so let's start with the lighting part over here. Before we start with the lighting part, very first of all, what we'll be doing over here is let's go over here. Select this board and let's scale a bit. For this, what we'll be doing over here is we can use a V-Ray sun. So let's go into V-Ray and let's take a V-Ray sunlight over here. Would you like to automatically add a V-Ray sky? Say yes. Yes. Okay. So once you're done with this stuff over here, just push this over here. Now what I can do over here is just select this and let's change the filter color over here for that, and let's reduce the intensity over here. So let's reduce the intensity over here. That's your intensity multiplier, 0.06 over here, and you have a option over here, that's your photon emit radius. So let's increase that over here. So by just adding a sunlight won't work over here, we need to work with some more lights. So let's add one more V-Ray light over here from this axis over here. So let's rotate this over here, push this up and make it as local. And very important is let's reduce its multiplier over here. Let's make it as orange. Let's go into the options, double-sided, invisible. So we are assigning one light over here, and we need one more light over here, that's a mirror, and let's copy this over here. We can just mirror it in this let's not copy it, we can just y-axis and let's rotate it. So right here, so let's scale this light, push this inside. Let's go into this camera view over here and let's go into rendering. Let's do some light setup over here. Let's go into this V-Ray and let's set the renderer as your Catmull room. Environment, you can set up a GI environment. You can set up a GI environment if you want over here, and also we can set up a V-Ray HDRI. Let's go into color mapping. Let's make it as exponential. Adaptive subdivision, GI, irredence map, and that's light bounce, engine, primary engine, and let's set Toradin's map as medium. Into this, let's set it to 50, 150 and 50 over here, and your noise threshold, global DMC, set the global switches 0.005, that's your noise threshold over here. That's what we are setting up. So first I'll just push this up over here in this way. Let's save the file first, and I'll just increase its multiplier to 0.1 for now. And let's render it. So it's very highly illuminated, so we can just reduce the illumination. So I can just go over here, SP, and select this light over here. So cast shadow, you can just off the cast shadows, so I don't need any cast shadows for now. So I'll go over here and set the target, down, and in the same way for this light, let's reduce this, and intensity multiplier set to 0.0 or 0.5 maximum. So and just set up over here in this way, and let's render it. So still we'll go over here, select this and set to 1, and let's render it, and let's check it how it looks like. So for that, what we can do over here is like, so wherever we have assigned this wall texture, let's see if we change this. So if I give the oops. So let's see the rendering now, how it looks like. So it's more important that you check the rendering. We can reduce a bit of reflection on the floor. It's too high. Alright. If you want, you can just put something in the background if required. So first, let's calculate all this stuff. And then let's check out the final render. So you can just see it's all just of pre-pass 2 of 3. So let it do it. Alright. So it's going to take some more time. We're almost done. So the reflection is very high for the flooring. So we can just reduce the reflections for the floor. Right. Because we are rendering at 2309 by 1399. So that's what it's higher than 1920. So definitely it's going to take some time, but it's almost done. Alright, so we have used three lights for now, like one is your V-ray sun and other two your normal V-ray lights. And we have done some required settings which are required. Alright. That's what your outcome would look like. Alright. So we'll just save it first, this one output for the test. Alright. So we need to increase its intensity a bit of this light. So and filter multiplier, you can, if you want, you can just push it more towards yellowish rather than this. Intensity multiplier, if I make it to 0.2 over here, and let's push this more up. And let's test it. This looks much better. And if you want to extend this, so you can extend this further also. If you want, you can just extend this further, and let's render this. Just save your file. So let's go over here and select this light over here, and let's increase its multiplier a bit, and let's render it. Okay, this also looks good over here. And if you want to take some HDRI maps, you can take some HDRI maps. So I'll just push this frame a bit over here, a bit better. Save your file. So I'll go into the perspective view, and if you want some HDRI maps to be used over here, so let's take some HDRI day. So let's go into this images, and so let's take a HDRI map. So let's take this map over here, save this file, let's save as it in your HDRI. Let's save it over here. Now what I can do over here is like, I can just go into this material. I'll first make it as this editor, and let's call V-Ray HDRI map. Into this, I'll call this texture, that's your interior texture. So let's take a HDRI, make it as spherical, and if you have any light over here, let's take this light, and into this light I'll switch this texture, put this texture, copy it, and one I will copy it and put it over here. That's it. So let's go back over here and let's render it, and let's see that how it looks like. Definitely you will see some variations as we have increased its light over here. Or what else we can do over here is like, I can just go into rendering, render setup, and I'll just crop the area. So how much area you want, you can just take a region also. You can just take the region over here, this much region, to see how it looks like, and let's render it. So you can just render that particular region which is required. So if you want to put any background also over here, that can be done. So let's see the output over here. So let it render. So if you want to give some wall texture, you can give that wall texture also. So before that, two things, like I'll go over here, I'll go into material, Slate editor. This is for the wall. We have one more stuff down. That's if you want to show some reflection to it, you can show some reflection over here. And for the flooring part, what we have taken at the base, that's your base. Let's reduce the reflectivity over here. And if you want to place, let's try to place a dome over here. Let's try whether it works or not. So if I assign, or just if I render it, let's see how it renders or not. So let's go back over here, and if I just take a V-Ray material, let's see how it renders or not. So let's render it. No, it's not rendering, so we don't need a dome over here for this. So let's remove the dome over here, or if you just create a dome over here and make it as half. So let's go into this and let's delete the half section over here, and let's rotate it. And if I render it, let's see, yeah, it's rendering it now. And if you go into this, and if you want to place something. Let's render it. Okay, it's covering it. So let's not cover this stuff. Alright. So the area which is been covered by this, it's not taking it, so let's just delete this stuff over here. So we just need a plane if required. So let's take a plane over here. So let's just push this back, and now let's render it. Okay, better, and then go into this. All right. Alright, so you can just give any material to it, or you can just give a kind of a sky texture. So just give a sky or something. Or you can just give a nature background. Oops. Oh god. Alright, so take any of the background. Just take any of a normal background over here. Now I'll go over here. I'll just simply take one background. I'll just save as it stuff. Alright. Oops, I'm sorry. So press P over here and give a material over here, area material. Let's give a nature wallpaper. Alright, let's go over here and let's render and see how it looks like. I'll be just pushing it in this angle. Press 8 and alright. Or else you can just press 8 over here. Alright, I'll just render it. Alright. So for the background, definitely we need to work more. Let's see. Okay, looks better, not bad. Alright, so we'll just render it in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.